Hey guys, so update on the pregnancy. Let's see, where do I want to start? Oh my goodness. I think I talked about this a little in the last video, and just a warning if I get repetitive in some of these. I'm not watching them when I make them. So if I hit topics every once in a while over and over that I've hit in previous videos, that is why, and I'm not sure if I've hit them. I think I talked about this slightly last time that, you know, being lightheaded or having headaches really, really affects me. And I think I'm starting to figure out why. At least this is my guess. This is my theory. I don't know how all of you guys escalate to your meltdowns. But when a meltdown is happening for me, when it is impending, everything, of course, gets louder. And I also sometimes get lightheaded. And I also get really, really hot. And one of my triggers is being disoriented too. So, you know, when you're lightheaded, that can be disorienting. And when you have a headache, depending on how bad it is, that can be pretty disorienting too. So, right now my theory is that if a particular pregnancy symptom mimics something that usually triggers you, or that is similar to something that normally you experience when you're getting ready to have a meltdown, that chances are that during your pregnancy that is going to particularly bother you, and probably is worse for us than it is for a neurotypical woman. Because I had oh my goodness, it was horrible. It was horrible, guys. I had a week-long headache. It was terrible. It was all up here, so I think it was sinuses, I don't know. But it was also right at the base of my skull. My neck hurt so bad, and it made my head hurt so bad. It was terrible. It was awful. But, I want to say it started on like a Sunday, and it was so bad I was crying. And the next day, I went in and got some acupuncture done and some massage done. That helped a little bit. Brought down the pain some, and then the next day it wasn't so bad. Like, I could tell the headache was there. It just wasn't so bad that it was really messing with me. And then the next day it was awful again. I had to leave work early, and it'd been suggested to me by my midwife to go see a chiropractor. So I did, and luckily that day was a good day to go. And they popped my neck, and it made it feel quite a bit better. Friday, though, or Thursday, it still hurt. So I ended up going to the doctor, and I was supposed to go into the same, and I tried to get a hold of just my regular doctor. My regular doctor said, oh, we'll just go to the same day care. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Those assholes always just give you medicine and say, here, take this, see if it helps. No. And that's exactly what they did, too. They just gave me painkillers. I'm like, I don't want to take my medication during my pregnancy. I wanted you guys to figure out what was wrong with me before you started throwing pills at me. Thank you. Anyways, I digress. Friday still kind of hurt, and then Saturday I went in and I got some chiropractic done on my neck again. And after that, my headache was gone completely. But that whole time, it was so bad. Like, everything was so much worse because of that. Because the headache was so disorienting. And, you know, when meltdowns are happening, they're very, very disorienting. You can't focus on hardly anything unless somebody's really helping you. I mean, at least that's what they're like for me. And so being disoriented, I think, because it mimics a meltdown, it can either start a meltdown or it can feel like one. It can feel like a meltdown's happening when it's not. And I can still tell the difference. It's just that I can't always tell the difference. Sorry if I'm giving people motion sickness, by the way. I can't sit still. Neither can my baby. Sean found my ribs today. Anyways. But that's my theory right now. So, if you get pregnant, ladies, make sure that you're prepared for something like that. For any symptoms that mimic anything that happens when you're triggered, or anything that can be considered a trigger for you normally. Be careful of those situations, because right now that's what I'm thinking is something that we have to look out for. Because, like I said, lightheadedness messes with me so bad, so horribly bad, because just everything in the world is spinning to me, and it feels like an impending meltdown. That's what it feels like to me when I get really, really lightheaded. Okay, and let's see. Other than that, that's my observations right now. Other news. We did recently go in and see my midwife, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. Heartbeat was great. It was 140. And Sean repeatedly lets me know that he's okay. Like I said, he's found my ribs. Jamie was such a dick. He texted me, "What's up?" And I said that our child found my ribs, and he goes, "Congrats, you're a xylophone." I'm like, shut up. But yeah, so Sean kicks all the time, and he's just been on the move the last couple of weeks. Just like, he moves so much. And again, that might mess with some of you. It doesn't mess with me for the most part. It's still something to get used to. I mean, because, you know, it's like, it still messes with me occasionally. Like, I'll be sitting there, and then all of a sudden there's a kick. Like, right here. Right in the belly button, or right down here. And it throws me off for a second, because I forget that that's him kicking. I'm like, oh god, what? I will say one thing, though, that, you know, I don't know, again, if I went over this last time, but what a kick feels like. Honestly, the best description is, it feels like what you think it would feel like for something to be moving inside of you. I know that sounds weird, and probably a bit terrifying, depending on what you think that feels like. But, like, when he started kicking, I knew that's what it was. There wasn't any way to mix it up with gas. Like, he kicked, and I'm like, I felt him move! That was him moving! Like, there was no way to mix it up with something, because I could tell automatically that is what it was. It was like, oh, hey, something moved. I mean, you figure it out. So honestly, the best way to put it is that it feels like what you would think it would feel like. Again, hopefully that doesn't just scare the shit out of some of you. But he it kind of feels like I guess like a bubble popping, depending on where it is. I mean, other times it just feels like a pushing and a swirling. Like, when he's rolling around, I can feel it. I'm to the point where I can actually tell, I think, when it's kicks and when it's hits. And I can tell how he's laying based off of that. And I can tell when he's kicking, when he's hitting, when he's rolling. I mean, I can tell. Which is really cool. And officially, if Sean kicks hard enough, when Jamie has his hand on my tummy, Jamie can feel it now. I just went to a show with some friends, and a friend of mine asked if she could touch my tummy, and I said, go for it. And she felt it move, and so when I got home, I made Jamie, and I've been making Jamie, like, touch my tummy for, like, 5 minutes a day. Be like, go on, put him over, put it there, put it there, put it there, put it there, put it there. Because I wanted so bad for him to be able to experience it. Because it's like, I can feel this, and you can't, and I feel horrible for that. So, it's really cool that he can feel him move now. Anyways, I was saying we went to see my midwife. I do get to do the gestational diabetes test this next visit. It's going to be in October. After that, I'm going to be doing my visits every 2 weeks. So, that should start getting fun. It's just crazy thinking up to that point. It really is. It's absolutely insane. Because today is 24 weeks in 1 day. And I'm just like, wow, I've made it this far. It's really cool. Sorry, marveling on that for a second. Because like I said, it's crazy to think that I'm already that far. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago that I was celebrating the fact that I was 20 weeks. And it's like, oh my god, it's been a whole other month. I'm 5 months in. I'm 5 months in. This is awesome. Anyways, though, I will admit that I am starting to get a little nervous as more time is going by. Because, you know, I am fully aware. I have people tell me all the time I say I want to do natural birth that, oh, well, you'll want that epidural. And I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I know it is going to hurt. I know it is going to hurt a lot. I know that no matter all the techniques I read about to do pain management, to try and make it hurt a little less, I know none of them are going to make it go away all the way. And I know my baby's not just going to go whoop. To quote the doctor in How I Met Your Mother, it's not like a water slide. The baby's not just going to flow right on out of there. That's not how it happens. I know. I'm fully aware. Watched a lot of birthing videos. I also know that pain is different for every woman. Just because it's excruciating for one woman doesn't mean it will be excruciating for another woman. I know. I'm not stupid. But people always look at me so weird when I say that. And admittedly, as time's getting closer, I'm getting more and more nervous. And, like, I'm officially starting to do my yoga. Like, I gotta start doing this because I want those hips to be ready for this. So, speaking of being ready, that's something else I'm going to talk about in a second, that I don't know if it's an autism thing or not. But it's just like, I know. But that doesn't make it any less nerve-wracking. I'm just like, oh boy. I'm about to push probably like a 9-pound baby out of my vagina. That's happening. I'm doing that without painkillers. Fucking hell. But then I remember that I'm doing it for my baby, and I'm also doing it for the experience. Because I feel like as a mom, I want to feel all of that. I do. I know I sound absolutely insane, but it's like I want to feel that. I was meant to feel that. I was meant to feel that connection, and I want that. So no matter how painful it is, I'm not going to regret it. I know I'm not. I know how I am, and I know that I'm not going to regret this. Anywho's, but on the readying front, again, I don't know if this is really an autism thing, but I'm going to throw it out there just in case. I don't know how prepared you guys always want to be for everything, but I am super prepared. Like, because I can't just sit and do nothing. I can't. I'm just like, I have to have control over this. So I guess it would be kind of an autism thing, because you kind of want to control your surroundings to an extent. But I've been Googling all this stuff that you gotta do before baby gets here, and trying to figure out, okay, I gotta do this. I'm doing all my couponing and stocking up on all the necessities of the house. That way, once the baby's here, I don't have to do shit that involves going to the store. And the thing that always throws people off, I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I have a lot of baby stuff. I have a lot of baby stuff. Because I've actually been buying and preparing for this baby now for 2 years. I started buying baby stuff about a year before I got pregnant with Alex. And even after I lost Alex, I kept buying baby stuff if I saw a good deal on it. Because in the long run, you save money. And the other reason was because then once I was pregnant with Alex, and I didn't want to have to worry about that kind of stuff. I wanted to be able to spend my pregnancy thinking, okay, only got a few things left to buy. Don't gotta buy a shit ton of stuff. The only downside to this is having to explain to everybody, I don't need this. Please follow the baby registry. Please, because I have all this shit. It's like telling everybody, you can't buy me clothes. Don't buy me clothes. Let me show you real quick. Baby clothes. If I can get the camera to go right. Baby clothes. This giant freaking box. It's like, in here is all the baby stuff I have. And a few things that aren't baby things. Because this room needs cleaned, obviously. But it's like, I've already got a whole bunch of stuff, guys. I don't need a ton of stuff. So, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But knowing that I have that stuff, because it's like, my family doesn't have a ton of money, so it's nice knowing that I got a lot of stuff on clearance, got a lot of stuff used, so I don't have to worry that much about it. And, you know, for me, stress. Being stressed enough can be a big trigger. And so being able to control that and know I'm not going to be overly stressed is really, really nice. So that's something else I suggest to you guys. If you want to try to eliminate some stress of pregnancy, buy ahead of time. Like, even if you're not planning on having a baby right now, if you have room for some baby stuff in your house, buy it. Unless you have a loaded family, at which point don't worry about it. don't worry about it. My family, for the most part, though, isn't going to be able to afford to buy all of my baby stuff. Like, between my friends and my family, it's like, I know that there's still going to be stuff on my registry that I need that I'm probably not going to get. So, it's like, buying that ahead of time helped eliminate a lot of problems. I really don't think there's anything else right now. So, we're going to end it there. And next video, potentially I'll be doing the trimester tactile test. If you guys don't know what that is, then look back at my old videos from when I did my videos with Alex. Basically, I tried out different foods that generally, texturally, I can't stand to see if I could handle it now. Because I had read that a lot of pregnant women, stuff that normally bothered them sensory-wise did not bother them during pregnancy. So we will be doing that in the next video, more likely than not. If it's not a freebie video anyways. A freebie video is going to get uploaded probably tonight or tomorrow too, by the way. I was going to go somewhere with that, but I can't remember. Anyways,